cockpit of a Kodiak 100 Series 1. And today's video, we are going to walk you guys through the lights, both interior and exterior, on a Kodiak 100. Now, before I start today's video, I'd first like to ask, if you like this content, please consider liking and subscribing to the YouTube channel. It really helps us out. Also, drop a comment below with things that you found interesting or more information or different videos that you would like to see in the future. The Kodiak 100, of course, has had to date, to 2025, 4 different variations: Legacy, Series 1, Series 2, and Series 3. This video won't go in depth into all the very specific changes on sort of when things change from incandescent to HID to LED, etc. But we do have all that information, and again, we are sort of the Kodiak experts. So if you guys are interested in buying a Kodiak and want help through that acquisition and want people that know really the granular detail of when these things changed and what lights your airplane's going to have and what's been changed, etc., you can always use us for acquisition services. But to jump into today's video, let's go through all the different lights that are on the Kodiak 100, both inside and outside. Starting over here on the left, the first light that we have is the beacon light. That's up at the top of the airplane, and that just is a beacon light. We have it's a 2-play switch, both on and off. And the next light that we have is our strobe light. The strobes are on the wingtips, and they're just that. They're strobe lights. In this particular airplane, they're LED lights. And to the right of the strobes, we have the nav lights. So this would be our left red light and our right green light, as well as our tail white light. Now, some Kodiaks have that light on the tail, and sometimes the tail light is actually on the wingtips. That nav light also automatically dims our environmental control panel, because we typically, at least under FAA rule, use the nav lights only at night, though in certain other foreign countries like EASA, the nav lights are on all the time. All right, and then to the right of that, we have the landing light. The landing light in this airplane is also a 2-play switch. Now, in some Kodiaks, it's actually a 3-place, but in this airplane, we have the off and the on. In this particular Series 1, these are HIDs. So this is, in this particular Series 1 airplane, this is the only non-LED exterior light. Okay, and then moving to the right of that, we have a 3-place taxi light. So it's in the off position here. We have it pulse, which means it's sort of also known as the wing wag. So it pulses right, left. It makes us very visible. I typically like to fly with the pulse lights on. In this particular airplane, they're LEDs, so there's no issue about extra energy or burning them out. And then all the way up in the top position is on, so they're both on. Now, these give us a wide view, so our taxi lights are more about lighting up the whole taxiway, versus the landing lights we just talked about are more for distance. So the landing lights shine bright and very sort of almost spotlight-esque out in the runway, so you can see far away when landing, where the taxi lights are more like a fog light in the car, where it lights up things right in front of you in a wider dispersion. And then our interior lights, we have in this particular plane, we have 3 places. So we have this light, and then it's actually 3 rheostats, but 2 switches. So first we'll talk about the interior light on the far left. So we have off, normal, and on. So this is turning off the electrical to the rear cabin. So for instance, if you're running like an airline or a fleet operator, and you want all of the back lights off so you have better night visibility or something like that, then you can turn all the electric off. This also turns the USB ports off in the back of the cabin. Now, normal could also be thought of as passenger controlled. So normal means that the electric is on and the passengers can control whether they're above seat lights or the USBs are on or off. And then all on means that we have now turned on the center aisle lighting in the back cabin. And then we have these 3 rheostats. So this, on the interior, the outer knob turns on the above panel LED light. So as you can see, as I turn it left and right, the panel right up here lights up. The interior larger knob is lighting up the instrument panel, and the right-hand most rheostat is lighting up the switch and circuit breaker panel. So these are all lighted back here, and the circuit breaker panel is also lighted.